Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking. If you're new here, Abigail Lusimiri is my name, and on this channel we talk about a lot of things, a whole lot of things as we journey towards our creator. We talk about our life's journey, faith, hope and love, and the likes of them. And to my returning subscriber, you know you are wonderful, you are loved, you're celebrated, you are appreciated. Thank you so much for coming back, right? So today will be there were lots of comments. There were lots of comments at the last video. If you haven't watched that video, maybe you get to see it at the end of this video, or I'm going to leave the link at the description below, where I had to talk about this issue of this issue of Nigerians having problems with the Ghanaians and other countries having problems with Nigeria. I just have to talk about it a little bit. I never knew it will reach the extent it reached. I just felt like dropping something because some persons are like making some videos. You see some person throwing accusations. Another person saying, "Oh, is Ghanaians? They are Ghanaians are at fault." Nigerians will make a video and say Ghanaians will make video and say Nigerians are at fault. You know, we keep throwing accusations. We keep labeling ourselves. We keep insulting ourselves all on the media, and I felt like I think what we need is a round table talk. All we need is to sit down because we are neighbors. We are like brothers and sisters, the Ghanaians and Nigerians, even though there are things, political problems, even though there have been history of a lot of things. And some of you left comments, some were very angry, some were like, I didn't talk about the Ghanaians, how they started. The Ghanaians were the ones that started this issue of deportation. I didn't talk about them. And some were like, Nigerians are the problems. Nigerians are always going out looking for trouble. Nigerians should settle their problem. A lot of comments were there, and I felt like why not we talk about those comments and see if we can move forward, right? You know, I do not want to divert from the main reason I opened this channel, yeah. But I think we are still on point because all we do here is all our relations with one another, and then how we get to I come up here and begin to see the evil in other people, and I do not see the problem in my own place, then I don't think I'm doing justice to everything. For the fact that I'm a Nigerian is the more reason why I would trash my country, because if I don't do that, then I don't, moral wise, I don't have the liberty to talk of the another person. And that is why the Bible says that we should what is in our eyes, we should remove it first, so that we could see clearly to remove what is in our brother's eyes. Because it's very easy to judge, right? It's very easy to say this particular persons were wrong, that particular persons were wrong. But there are things that prompt things to happen, right? There are things that make things to happen, and that is why I'm going to go by the sayings of the World Peace Ambassador Gurudev Sri Sri, right? He said that if we as a nation or as a continent can sit and meditate, like most of the problems that we have, even in family levels, right? Most of the problems that we have, if we can sit and meditate and think twice about what is happening, how it started, why it started, what prompted, you know, if we can give ourselves time to sit quietly in the silence of our heart and meditate like quietly within our hearts, sincerely, we're going to find solutions. Sorry, maybe your comment came after, or maybe I'm unable to figure out your comments right now. Eric said, I don't know if Eric is a Nigerian or a Ghanaian, but let's see. Eric said Ghanaians, he was so bitter. He said, I didn't talk about the deportation of 1960, how Ghanaians started this issue of deportation. Ghanaians were the ones that deported Nigerians first. So are we saying that this whole thing, like I said in the other video, are we saying that this whole thing is about do me, I do you? Like, now you start first, so make I return, make I retaliate. Is that what everything has turned into? That's the question I'm asking. We can feel free to leave a comment there. Is it by do me, I do you, or there is a problem that warrants some of these things to happen? This is also something we have to sit and think. Ghanaians deported Nigerians first. You know, the deportation I talk about was that of the 80s, right? 83, right? During the Shehu Shagari reign, right? Where he deported Ghanaians. Because I was mainly talking about Ghana must go. The issue of deportation is there in history. You know, it's good when someone says something, you go into history and try to check out to see for yourself, right? The Ghanaians were the ones that started this whole issue. 1954 and 1969, they deported Nigerians from Ghana. Now, when we talk about accusations, there are times that we need to ask ourselves what prompted whatever it is that happened. According to Gurudev, right? Most of these things we have to sit and think, and then solutions will come out. So Eric also went further to say that Ghanaians are closing legal Nigerian businesses in Ghana right now. Ghanaians, if you're there, you can leave a comment. Why are people closing legal businesses now? What is the problem? These big people have with us. When will it stop, Ghanaians? When will this thing stop so that we'll have peace? Anyway, this is not funny. I just want this to be on a lighter note. Don't be carrying this whole thing on your head and be so angry and be leaving some comments there. Right? Like I said, I'm a Nigerian. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to trash my country. I have to trash my country so that I have the moral impetus to do that to another country, right? And I think by doing that also, I shouldn't deviate from the main aim of this channel, which is to put ourselves together, to love one another, and to, you know, live well as we journey towards our Creator. So everything is about brotherly love, unity, and the rest of them. Peace, right? So I think Brian also went further to say that the whole problem of Africa is because of the greedy leaders that we have. Do you agree with Brian? The greedy leaders that we have. Personally, from that light, to me, Brian is on point, because it's not because of the greed of our leaders. We have everything it takes for every African country to survive, right? We have everything it takes. To the point that some of these persons come to Africa and go away with our mineral resources. Is that also? We have everything, but because of greed, and not just them, our leaders go away with them willingly to these people. You get the point? Right before our eyes, they steal these things and go away with it. You see a country is struggling and shaking, and then you see the leaders are pumping out money to other countries, developing other countries, and then African countries is always left. Because it's like Africans are people that are not intelligent, they do not really know what they want, they do not know how these politics things work, but people are rising. People are rising and people are beginning to speak. And I think it's time we hold our leaders. Let them be accountable. Let's hold our leaders instead of coming out on ourselves, trying to hurt each other by the words we use and the rest of them on the media. Let's hold our leaders accountable for most of these things that are happening. And then Jeffrey said, why are Nigerians always talked about everywhere, and not for good but for bad? Hey, Nigeria, like what Lasisi was saying. If you've not watched, there was a video Lasisi did and was like, Nigeria, which way we there? You get the point, right? So Jeffrey is like, why is it that Nigerians are always talked about for something that is not good? My people, this is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. We always try to defend ourselves. Let's start it from the way we live. And it is true. It is true. Majority of all the like sometimes you begin to hear, yes, there is no doubt, right? There is no doubt. There are lots of good things that happens. A lot of good things that Nigerians does outside. According to Jeffrey, he also went further to say that every traveler is an ambassador of his country. Oh no, that is it. Every traveler is an ambassador of his country. So whatever you go out to portray outside is what you are telling people indirectly that you are or the country is. There are lots of good people here, but because of that bad person, that bad thing, nobody will look at the good parts. And that is how humans generally, that's how we are. Whenever the evil is done, we forget about the good side and then we dwell on the evil part. But we all have goodness in us. And it's just left for us to bring up that goodness that we have in us. And the world will be better. Africa will be better. We will grow. This is just my belief. And I believe it's the belief of a lot of persons out there. Africa will be great. But we need to learn to love more. We need to learn, I'm emphasizing on that learn because I know it's difficult. We need to learn to tolerate. Like what I was even saying from the comments, you see some persons already attacking themselves. For what? For Christ's sake. This will not take us anywhere. And if we do not start from how we talk to ourselves, I don't think anything is going to be better. Right? Nigerians in Ghana, what are those crimes that are associated to you that it's warranting the Ghanaian government to ask or to start agitating for another deportation? Why can't we be good? See, this is not the issue of Ghanaian or Nigerian thing. It's the issue of the human mind. The human mind is in our hearts. Whatever you think a Nigerian is capable of doing, a Ghanaian is also capable of doing. Whatever you think an African is capable of doing, a white person is also capable of doing. It's the human thing. Wickedness is therein. Love is therein. It is left for us to accept whichever one we want to live by. We have the ability to love ourselves. Our leaders have the ability to make our nations in Africa grow. But because they have allowed the greed inside to be more pronounced, and that is why we are suffering. We are now the laughing stock of the Western world. Yes, because we are fighting ourselves. Look how we deporting ourselves in Africa. And then the whites have started with the trend. They have started with the trend. Yeah, they have started deporting Africans. Because we started it with ourselves. Whatever we do, these people see it and start it. It's like, I don't know where we're heading to. And I don't know when this will stop. Because with what almost everybody is saying, retaliation. When are we going to stop retaliating? Ghanaians, Nigerians, when are we going to stop retaliating with ourselves? At the end of it all, we all will depart this life. At the end of it all, there will be a time where we might not be in existence. If we do not learn to tolerate, to love, because I believe whatever we do as a human, we're going to be judged by that. Our judgment will be based on how we treat ourselves, how we treat our neighbors, right? Let's propagate love more. Yeah, we are doing our best, we are trying our best, but let's try more. Let's propagate love instead of hate, and things will be better. Because I think of all these things that are happening, if we can truly love ourselves, we can truly understand ourselves, if we can truly sit and think about our lives and think about how all these things started, go to the root. Why did it start? How did it start? Excuse me. If we can go to the root, how did it start? Why did it start? Then we can find solution to all these problems. And I think enough of all the retaliation, right? Enough of all the you did, so I'm going to do it back to you. Enough of all this. So that we can find peace as Africa and live together in unity and love. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel to be part of the family and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. Feel free to leave your comments there at the section, and we can find time to pick some comments and talk about it as well as we are doing right now, right? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. I still remain Abigail Lucy Mary. Love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive. Bye.